Breaking news. Primate Ayodele warning on Sokoto crisis comes to pass within 24 hours. What is said will happen next is what is causing the real scare and real issue right now. Hello, my wonderful people. We all know that Primate Ayodele is a political prophet. Okay, most of his prophecies are alongside politics. Okay, so that's Primate Ayodele for you. Well, right before what happened to our young lady who unfortunately, was treated in the most terrible way to have died, beaten, stoned, and all that to death and burned. He said something about it. Let's get all the details. Now, wow, this life, Nigeria, na Muslim country or na Sharia country, God help us. The unfortunate killings of Deborah Yakubu Samuel, a second-year student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, has brought several reactions in the media and has led to a serious crisis in Sokoto State. Deborah was killed by some set of Muslim students who claim she blasphemed Prophet Muhammad. In a WhatsApp group, after she cautioned them against sending any information regarding Prophet instead of what the group was meant for, since it's strictly a school group class to intimate people on happenings going on in the class. She was then stoned to death and burned by her colleagues, classmates, who also brought in other people from outside the campus. Those who saw the video, they were jubilating as they went on to kill her. Several people reacted to the killing, but that of Primate Ayodele, the leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, seemed to be weightier than others because he included a prophetic warning to the government to look into to avoid more crisis in the land after condemning the killings. Although the government has condemned it, the Sultan of Sokoto, President Muhammadu Buhari, who only spoke after the British government asked him what was going on, in a statement signed by the media aide Prophet, revealed that the government has not given justice and justice have not been served, as he foresee crisis degenerating into something more serious if they don't serve justice and right the wrong and rewrite the wrong. These are his words. If the government does not ensure there is justice, especially in this case, there will be a lot of tension in the country. I see retaliation that will make citizens run for their lives. Advise the government of Nigeria, Sokoto State Governor, to bring the culprits to book and seek for peace, beg for mercy, and visit the parents. As we speak, the government has declared a curfew in the state after tension broke out yesterday following the arrest of the suspect and destruction of church houses and destruction of things that belongs to mostly Igbo people living in the area and doing business. As a result of the fulfillment of the prophecy of Primate Ayodele, there have been tension in the state. Also, the youth of Southeast have threatened to Sokoto State to stop if the people continue to burn properties belonging to Igbos in the state. Technically, retaliation is on the way if the government does not ensure justice is served, as the man of God has warned. Meanwhile, at the beginning of the year, Primate Ayodele revealed during the release of Prophecy for 2022 that there will be religious crisis in some parts of the state. This is another of his prophecy, according to him, being fulfilled. He warned that the government needs to take action now on what has happened to this young girl, or things could deteriorate even further. So this is Primate Ayodele's warning, okay, that things could become even worse if they don't take the right step. You'll be shocked and surprised at some of the things going on in this regard. Do you know, between you and I, do you know that some persons you never believed, their words are shocking in face of what has happened? Yes, I will explain to you in case you are wondering and saying, my sister, what do you mean? Do you know the son-in-law to Dangote, okay, said, this is what you get if you go ahead and you speak against the prophet, that the punishment for blaspheming is death. That's what he said. That's what he said. Another pilot, and Nigerians have been calling that the airline needs to look into this pilot. One pilot said, yes, that even in Christianity, even this, I'm repeating his very own words, that people should be careful. They should not take this for granted, because if they do this, this will follow. And this is the consequences of people taking the religion for granted, blah, 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 blah. And the consequences for this is death. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you seriously imagine? So these are some of the things going on. The Buhari they are saying has condemned it, the Sultan of Sokoto and the rest. They only spoke after the UK government asked and was interested and showed concern that what happened here, what is going on, and what is the government doing. Buhari, like straight away called the Minister of Interior, Minister of Digital Economy, Pantami, that they should crack down on digital, on spaces, to find out those who wants to fuel this matter and make it, publicizing it the more. Is that the real case? What is the measure now that have been put in place? What warning? Because I mean, sadly, condolences to the family of the young girl who has just lost her life. Yeah, but what are we putting in place as a government to ensure this does not happen again? But these people feel entitled and that they can take the laws into their hands because nobody, take action. I mean, everybody does as they please or as they choose. Everybody's the lord of themselves. If somebody somewhere is taking responsibility, rising up to the occasion and saying, enough, this is not, I mean, you can't do this. If in all the mosque they preach that if something happened, yes, somebody did this, he did that, report the right place of authority, the point of action where you can vent your anger, take the person to the police. This country is not run by religious, your religion, my religion, our religion. It is run under a constitution. It is run under a constitution. And so if the constitution of this country is going to be undermined, then we know what we are working with. If it's going to be that we are being, governed by a constitution, then we know and we should know what we are doing. Not neither here nor there. We can't deal. We just can't deal. But these are seriously implications of the days upon us. Primate Ayodele said it some time ago, according to him, that there will be religious crisis and this and that and that. But more so, he has said now that, the government, starting from the presidency to the state governor of Sokoto State, they have to rewrite this wrong. Otherwise, things are going to degenerate. So you see, elections are around the corner. They will not rise up and go on and protest against insecurity. This very so-called youth, because they are enjoying the insecurity, but they can go on a young girl. Cowards. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.